Hey everybody, Walt Batycki here, producer and self-proclaimed thing doer at the Story Thus Far audio drama podcast. Here's a little bonus material for you. A lot of people might want to know what the process is like making an episode. And if you've ever played a role-playing game like Dungeons and Dragons, think of me as the dungeon master, and I come up with some basic rules about the world. And then I invite my fellow performers and improvisers to play with that. And I haven't had to edit out very much, but I just edit out the things that don't make a unified world, things that deny the reality we've already established. Whatever is recorded and put on the interwebs is canon. That's the rule. Anyway, following my babbling on here, you're going to hear Amy Nolte and Jennifer Lavenhar with some behind the scenes of the recordings for episode 6. We're going to start with seeing their process of how they just get going and make up what turned out to be a really fun episode. Production for the series so far has been done during the COVID era, so we've all been recording things separately at home using phones, laptop microphones. A few of us have some fancier semi-studio quality microphones. Episode 6, though, marks the first time that we've had two folks simultaneously recording an episode for the series. Jennifer and Amy used Zoom to do a coordinated, improvised episode.
So Trixie is in the car with us, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, that's true. We could have yes-anded that whole situation. Is there anything you want to do in terms of like a warm-up or a scene painting, or just jump in and see what happens?
I think let's paint it. That's a good idea.
Okay,
I'm going to start this. Hold on.
Okay, so
It has one of those old people cars. It's huge.
Oh.
It's like Lincoln Continental.
yeah, I was thinking like one of the Buick SUVs or a Lincoln SUV, something like that. Very upscale.
It's 14 years old and it has 22,000 miles.
Oh, yep.
We could pick up from there, and she peels out of the garage right through the door.
Right. We had, I think we thought about adding the element or making it ambiguous enough about whether or not I thought I saw Martin.
Right.
The face of that.
Right.
So there's going to be clever ways, I think, that we can maybe allude to some other things that Monster could be doing, or monsters, or, I don't know. Maybe it has secret powers. Maybe I was delusional. Who knows?
Right. So I think, we certainly plant that seed.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel doesn't know.
Right.
So I'll just, go with whatever you want to put out there for that, for whatever you see was happening for you in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of this is I guess this is where you can share that with the listeners.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yes. All right.
Okay. So I see us starting in the garage. We've gotten away from them. Maybe they're like they're coming after us, I'm assuming, and we got to peel out of there. We got to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you had a call to your parents and they didn't pick up, or you left a message, right?
Yeah, I left a message.
Did you leave a message with Adam too, or is he just
text? I sent him a text, and then at the end of one of his, he gets my and at the end of one of the episodes, he gets my text.
Okay.
And he texts back to me. Oh, he texts back to me.
Okay. Is he your partner or your brother? Like, I can't remember.
He's my brother.
Okay.
But then we realized we have different last names and not in a way that's okay. So then we're like, all right, because my parents are the Edelmans, on the voicemail, and then he said he's Adam Kaminsky. I'm like, if you're their son, how are you? So then we were like, all right, maybe he's my stepbrother. We'll figure that out. But he's my brother for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
My parents, that's the problem. I said, when I did the voicemail, it's, hi, you've reached Dana and Morty Edelman. So I'm like, it's okay. But he is my brother, essentially. And he texts me back. I can't remember it exactly, but it's like, it's really cute the way he does it. I can't remember. He says something like, I'm trapped in the gas station. And then he writes, you know, I love you. And then he erases that and he goes like, don't do any dumb Rachel things or something like that. Really, yeah, it's really sweet the way he does that. So, all right, we gotta like kind of work up into this panic mode. I'm sitting here in my, oh my God, oh my God. All right, you know, I'm gonna turn off video, I think.
You are? Okay.
Can I turn your video off? Because I feel like I'm seeing you in your office.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
I want to picture you in the car.
I like that. There
we
you
go. Now you can just see my face. Okay.
Okay. I guess scene in 5, 4, 3.
Come on. Come on, George.
Just go.
Ah!
I can't take it.
I'm going. Okay. Shut up.
One amazing improvised episode later.
What do you think?
I think it was cool. I think we left a lot of space for like all sorts of things to happen and find.
Yeah, exactly. He'll put in all kinds of, and I don't know how long he wants it to be. They've been getting longer and longer. I thought we had one ending when you asked me if Adam was a nice person, and I said no, he's an asshole. That's one possible ending, but if it's too short, he can go on to take from the
Yeah,
rest.
I think you're right on that. That's a good call. And I, like a dope, I wrote Adam, and then I did not write brother or boyfriend, but in my head I was like, oh, he's a boyfriend. He's a boyfriend.
That's okay. I mean,
Heck,
maybe she doesn't know.
Yeah,
Mrs. Summer doesn't know. So
it's true.
yeah,
It's true.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it.
I think it's like I think one of the things that I like in this relationship is that Rachel gives Eleanor like kind of just a different permission to be a different sort of a person than she would.
Yeah, that was really cool.
With Martin. I wasn't gonna go there, but it felt like right, you know.
Yeah. That was really cool. I was a little worried that we were gonna like offend people or something, you know. But first of all, I don't think those kind of people are really listening to this, and
no.
And I feel like Mrs. Stammer kind of holds the line on that, so I think it's like.
Sure.
That was some fun stuff. I love the cane out of the window. It was such a stupid idea, but Rachel thinks it's a good idea.
I was just thinking, like, here's clearly a woman who hasn't thought for herself in, 48 years or 50 years or whatever. So it's just amusing. I want her to have the continuing storyline of like being bold enough to make suggestions and ideas. Things.
You like the continue like a continuing.
Oh, that gives her like permission in her beautifulness and her outspokenness, sort of, for Eleanor to come along with that. But I like the underlying tone of like really shitty ideas because she's never had to have any before. So.
And my idea for Rachel is like only Rachel would think these are good ideas, so they're perfect for Rachel.
I was going to ask you, like, what did you see for Rachel's story arc, or like just anything about her character that you're finding out that you want to see come around?
I have this backstory where, you know, she's kind of like all her life she's been told that she's a harebrained, she has stupid ideas, you know, she doesn't know what she's doing, blah 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 blah. So she's kind of internalized that, and you know, so she kind of does have stupid ideas sometimes, but also she has stupid ideas that do the job, like the gas mask with the underpants stuck in it. Like that's a stupid idea, but it worked. Exactly. So like that's kind of her thing, and then I want her to kind of, if we get there, obviously I don't know where this is going to go, but I would like to see her kind of realize that she's not as stupid or incompetent, you know,
Yeah.
as her, you know, you have this identity within a family,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and she's the kooky one, you know, who can't
Yeah.
take care of herself and doesn't know how to do things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So she's internalized that. So through the story, I'm hoping she can kind of like develop a better identity for herself. We had a good time. I mean, we did some good scenes.
Woo, it was awesome. I can't wait to see what happens or where we go or if we split up or stay together. I feel like it'd be fun if we carry the storyline a little bit because it's unique for us to be doing it this way. So there's two of us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's neat.
That's actually a good point in terms of the variety of the episodes. That's a
Yeah.
really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people will like their relationship.
I do too. I do too. Cool. Okay.
All right. I'm sorry.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Love you, hon. And this is how it ends because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. Which is the story of my life. Goodbye, Zoom meeting. I'm old and I'm gray. Goodbye. End the meeting for all.
Well, that sure was fun. I hope you've taken the time to listen to episode 6 so there weren't any spoilers. If you want to support us, and gosh darn it, why wouldn't you want to support us? Please consider supporting us on Patreon for only $5 a month at patreon.com/thestorythusfar. And you can have access to more awesome content like this. Yeah, I'm Walt Batycki, blah blah, producer, blah blah, blah blah blah.